Hello, hello. Oh my goodness. I'm having a bit of a technical difficulty here. A technical difficulty here. Okay. Hello, Petra. Thank you for joining me. I was trying to get things. This is my first live, so thank you for bearing with me here. I'm trying to get everything kind of figured out on my end, and I set this one up, and then I went live on a whole new one. So kind of getting the rhythm of this. So thank you so much for joining me again. This is my first live. I'm kind of interested in just mingling a little bit more with all you guys. And I'm going to be pulling some kind of little mini tarot readings. So if you guys have any questions or anything, I'd love to look into that for you. And then just one or two things that have been coming in kind of intuitively and all these synchronicities that I've been wanting to kind of share with you guys as well. So hello, Petra. Hello, Rose. Thank you so much for joining me. It means a lot for all your guys' love and support. It's been a very fun last I would say even 3 months has been really transformative in terms of getting things out there. Oh, and Salesh, hello. How are you doing? It's so nice to see you guys here. So again, yeah, if you guys are interested, you guys can always check out my website. It's Readings with Breanne. I am doing tarot readings, distance healings, or if you're local, we can get together as well. But if you guys have any particular things you're looking, I'm going to do some healings today as well. So if you have anything you wanted to work on, feel free to write it in the comments, and I would be more than happy to help you guys out. I guess quickly I can go into, so feel free to get any questions if you guys had anything you want me to look into, but something I found really interesting recently was I keep getting all these synchronicities in terms of honey. It sounds quite interesting, but I've never been super interested in consuming honey, but I keep getting all these little things talking about honey, and it's, I don't know how many of you guys follow that Steve Huff. He's like a paranormal guy, and he works with certain boxes to communicate with spirits as well. But he has a new app out that I was recently trying, and I was working on this last night, and honey came up again, and I'm like, interesting. And I was then again driving my daughter to school this morning, and this big white truck in front of me was like, oh, what did it say? I took a picture of it too. It said, would you like honey, or would you like honeybees or something? So I started digging into more like spiritually, like what honey does and what's the symbolism of honey itself. And I feel like is so powerful for our bodies. Like it's something so unique. And I really wanted to pull a few tarot cards on it as well, in terms of like what honey really does for us spiritually and physically as well. But what I was getting is it's helping with our healing, it's helping with our chi in our body as well. And it does contain tons of nutrients and enzymes and all that, but it's that connection to, I feel like, source as well. So I wanted to pull up a little bit more on terms of that as well, but I do want to take your guys' questions. Hello, Naran. I'm so excited that you guys are joining me. Thank you. Salesh, what does my future look like reading with a new healing business? So I will look into more of the honey things, but I wanted to take your guys' questions as well. So let's start off with that, and we can circle back just in case some of you guys do have to go. I'm not sure how long we'll be on today. Again, this was kind of my first live, so I'm just going to see how it goes. If we're here, at the most will probably be an hour, but we'll just go with what happens. So let's see. All right, Salesh, what do we have for your future in terms of a new healing business? What's the energy looking like for that for you? It looks like you are moving towards that. It's kind of like that, um, you're using your intuition and you're going like you're following your heart's desires here, but there's a few things going on in terms of make sure like you have I feel like getting everything kind of lined up because there's something kind of hidden in terms of it happening. I feel like maybe there'll just be could be a little bit of a delay or a little bit of um it looks like a little bit of a delay here. I don't know why though. But it looks like you're going in the right direction, Celeste here. Manifesting your dreams. I think it's in terms of you maybe being flexible. I feel like there's a new perspective coming in that's going to help you progress with this. But there's just some kind of a small like belief system I feel like you have that's kind of keeping you a little bit closed off with propelling that business. But once you get going, you have the chariot here. You're going to be flooding like full forward. You're going to be doing very well with it. It's just going to be a little bit, I feel like, of a delay of you connecting. There's something that you have to be more flexible with here. So I'm not sure. Is this going to be more of an online business, Celeste, or are you looking to do this locally within your community? Okay. Yeah, so I do see it being very good. It's just there's a few things that need to be uncovered still, and I would say work on just making sure you're being flexible and don't dismiss anything in terms of I feel like there's this four of cups if you look at him sitting there, and I feel like this is you kind of meditating and manifesting, but you are moving towards that. So it looks very positive once you get going. It might just be kind of getting over a few hurdles in terms of that. You're also looking for a place to start. Oh, yes. It's been really good. The Regent Center has been awesome. We've had a lot of people come in. It's been a really fun, amazing experience. It's so wonderful when people come in and then, they're just coming for some of them are coming for little sessions to get the sense of how it feels and how it interacts with their body. And this one lady came out and she's like, "Oh my gosh, I have no pain." And Brad and I were just like, yeah. It was so exciting. It was so much fun. So um it's very positive. I mean, Regen's still just a baby. Like we just opened it up here in our home recently, like what, maybe a month ago, if that. So again, it's just getting out there. But yes, that would be awesome if you are interested in starting a regen center. I love it. But again, yes, your business looks like it's going good, Celeste. It's just going to be just getting things. Make sure you have lots of swords as well. So in terms of that, make sure you have a plan. Like write down. I'm hearing like a business plan. Like get everything kind of if you feel like writing or journaling things out are going to help. But make sure you kind of have a plan of where it is you want to go and what you're trying to where your next step is coming out of here. Let's see what else we have here. Hello, Rose. Oh yes, the aurora borealis. I'm kind of oh my goodness, Gabe. We were trying to see it the last couple nights here as well, and we'll take a look. But unfortunately, we didn't. I went out one night to look at it, and I didn't see much, so I kind of just went back inside. But then I was also hearing in terms of people were seeing it more through their camera lens. So, I mean, there's some really cool pictures that were coming out online I see here. But Petra, you were asking if, okay, some people saw it in different countries yesterday. Are they organic or are they artificially created? Let's take a look at that. Are these... or if the Aurea borealis are organic or not. Interesting. the moon did come out as well. And huh. This is actually quite interesting that you asked that because it does feel like there is a sense of some manipulation within that. There is in that presence that 5 of cups, so I think maybe something will come out pertaining to this, saying that maybe it was not what some of us thought it would be, because we even have a 3 of swords here. So that could be quite interesting. The something is, I feel like, maybe coming out pertaining to that. But there's definitely some mysteries going on pertaining to those recent Aureolas there. Lots of 3 of swords there. 5 of cups. We've got the moon as well. So it seems like it is maybe something that's artificial here. It doesn't look very genuine according to this energy. And the 10 of Pentacles came up in reverse as well. So there you go. It looks like it's, and look at that 5 of Swords on the bottom of the deck. So it looks very much like this is some kind of artificial setup. All right, Rose. Let's see what else we have. Now, okay, Rose, you did mention something about looking into an event between March and May of 2025. David Wilcox was talking about it in his last live stream, and it's meant to be globally significant. I haven't been following, and it's interesting because before I came live as well, it was kind of that feeling as I have not been watching TV. I haven't been watching the news, and I'm like, I don't know politically what's going on and all that stuff. So I was kind of curious of what questions were going to come out, but let's look into seeing the energy of this. So I'm not sure exactly what specifically David Wilcox was talking about. I did not tune into that live stream, but I do feel like over the next, like this year, the rest of 2024, and going into 2025, there's some big, significant things happening. I was doing a reading I've been really curious personally pertaining to, I had a few notes that I'd written down, like the housing market, for example. And I guess that kind of also ties into the financial system as well. And in terms of that, I feel like there's going to be some big changes happening. And I got, when I was looking yesterday, a swords in the near future of that, and that's pertaining to the autumn. So I feel like it could still be this year where we see lots of changes happening, or like a big significant event. So let's see if that's too big. But yeah, let's go with that. Let's see if there's going to be some big significant event between this year and, you said 2025, May 2025. Yes, definitely the near future. That's a big yes. Things are going to start happening quite fast as well. And I do think we've got lots of pentacles up here on the board here. So in terms of, like, look at that. We have, if you look at this 8 of Pentacles as well, that's like this guy's sheltering his money. I feel like a lot of the people that have been greedy, or like this sense of how things have been so blown out of proportion in terms of taxes, in terms of the cost of living, inflation, all that stuff. There's going to be some balance that comes out of it here, because we even have the 6 of Pentacles. This is, having this more balanced, equal give and take, and Spirit saying yes. So definitely a big event is going to happen, I feel like, between now and, as Petra was asking, between possibly maybe March or May of 2025. I mean, it could come with, actually, not too many bad cards came out of this, but there could be some situations where some people may, you know, dive into that fear-based mentality or that victim mentality. So it's very important to try to keep yourself as uplifted and positive and help those around who we can. Again, some people don't want to be helped, right? So you have to find that discernment as well. But looks like I love that this is a big confirmation, and this was in the near future pertaining to that question. And lots of fast movement, and I feel like balance towards the finances, balance towards just everything in general. I'm thinking in terms of like the housing market. I know out here in Canada, it's crazy. I'm sure it's crazy in a lot of the world. But yeah, you're looking at like $1 million for, you know, pretty much a townhouse or a tear down. It's just absurd how much that it has cost. And then something so random. I went to go get a watermelon the other day and they wanted like 17 bucks for a watermelon or something crazy. I'm just like, what? For a watermelon? Interesting, hey? So I think a lot of these changes are going to happen over the next little while. I was feeling with that past card in the autumn because the swords came out, and that's the swords is pertaining to the season of autumn. So maybe autumn or fall, there could be something big happening. But yes, very much likely. I think it's going to impact humanity quite largely here. It's too vague. I appreciate any insight into your love life. Yeah, for sure. We could look into that. Yes, we've got some exciting times. Lots of big shifts happening. I mean, I feel like behind the scenes things have been happening for quite a while, but it's just about getting that out to the public as well now too here. Yeah, we're our own worst critics, that's for sure. That is so true. Let's take a quick look at your love life. Was it Rose? Is that you were pertaining to some insight regarding your love life? Oh, thank you so much. I'm super excited, and I super love that you guys are here joining me today. It's been really good, and I've in terms of doing this, it's quite interesting. I absolutely love it. Like my tarot readings that I've been doing, um, the extended ones that I've been working with individuals with, I get so many amazing messages back, and it's just so heartfelt. We're like, wow, this is making, you know, a difference. It's helping people out. And I mean, tarot is wonderful. Or, you know, sorry, I wasn't even thinking of the question when I was playing. Tarot is a wonderful tool, and it can be very accurate. But one thing I think that's important to know as well is some individuals, I'm not saying you guys, but some people take to the grave with them what tarot readers, or, you know, let's say psychic mediums, whatever you want to label it as, to the grave with them. And it's important to know that these are energies and you are in control of your own life. So this is like, if this is an energy coming up where I show you, we looking at your love life, and if there's nothing really much happening, you have the ability to adjust and change that. You step into your own, you write your own your timelines, you write your own scripts. So it's really important to know that regardless of what the tarot says, you know, you are creating your own reality here. But anyway, let's quickly look into this for you, Rose. Your love life let's look at for the rest of for the next year. What's going on for you here? Ooh. You do have a new start coming, Rose. You've got the Fool here. And in the near future, you actually have a King of Cups. So this is somebody that could be coming into your life that is very like emotionally balanced. He's got his crap together here. I feel like he could be even financially very well off. The Nine of Pentacles is showing up in terms of that. So he's got his stuff together. He's definitely a good Definitely. I'm wondering if it starts off as a friendship though, because we have in the situation a Three of Pentacles. So this could be somebody that you kind of just get to know maybe on a friend level, and it does develop deeper. Could the Hierophants here as well. This would be sometimes my marriage card, but this could also be somebody who is into spirituality as well, kind of similar things. But it looks very positive. So this past this past I love, like, the past came up in reverse with that King of Wands, but your near future is the King of Cups, and it's a king, it's not even a page, so this is beautiful. So something to look forward to for sure. Yes, you're drawn to men who are spiritual, and that's what it's saying. You have the Hierophant here as well. So I feel like this person, maybe they're even a spiritual, a teacher, or they're very present in that spiritual community. But you definitely have somebody with that King of Cups energy, somebody that's very connected, could be even very psychically in tuned as well. The Cups is very much about emotional. So very positive, very good there. I'm excited for you. Thank you so much, Rose. You're super sweet. I've loved being able to meet all you guys. I'm assuming most of you guys are from Brad's following, or Brad's kind of community, and you guys are just so sweet. I've been so blessed to be able to get to chat with a lot of you lovely souls. I love it. Um, I'm not sure if I missed anything because the screen kind of goes, the typing screen. Again, I'm still getting used to all this. So if I did miss somebody's message, please do feel free to let me know. But I wanted to quickly, I'm going to pull a few cards just specifically on honey, because like I was saying, I feel like honey itself is so beneficial, and it's this really unique thing, and I've been getting this push to really talk about honey for some weird reason. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. So let's look at the benefits of consuming honey. Yes, look at this. Um, it's really helping move things. I think move the energy around in the body. And I think it's connecting. Like if you look at as well as bees spiritually, like bees are that divinity, right? They're that beautiful connection. I feel like they also have that connection between kind of realms almost. And if you think about I wanted to write down some things I was getting when I was meditating last night with this specific thing. I feel like it's when we have the world with us consuming honey as well, it's contributing to all of us, our auras, our of course, physical things such as making us feel better, but I think it's helping us is what it seems like more on a spiritual level as well. So consuming this honey helps with attuning certain auric fields. Very positive. We've got the Ace of Cups, the Nine of Cups, helping us a lot spiritually as well with our emotions and aligning ourselves. And it's really helping us become, I feel like, more aware and conscious here. We even have the Page of Swords, so it's like more aware of our connection with Source as well. So again, like the honey, I can't, like for myself, I've never been interested in really consuming honey. I wasn't big on the taste, and I started trying out of nowhere. I started trying white honey, raw white honey, and I put it in my apples, and it's amazing. So something I think really positive just to kind of state, like honey, of course, we can go in and say like all these certain things are beneficial for our health and our wealth, but I just feel like honey is that really unique one. So I just wanted to share that specific thing. And I was curious to see what came out in the cards, but it looks like it connects us even more to, if you think about like the plants and the animal realm as well. So it's like this big connection between humans, the plants, and the animals. And it helps us attune ourselves more. Yes, it's the vibration of as I can't see that one there. I think you said of the sun. But yes, very positive. Let's take a look. Thank you guys so much for joining me again. If you guys are interested in checking out my website, it's Readings with Breanne. And I would love to come back and do like more live readings again. This is my first one, so you guys are gonna have to bear with me a little bit. It's probably gonna be a little all over the place until I find my rhythm with these live readings. But all right, let's take a look at thank you, Celeste. It's so good to hear from you. I hope you guys are doing amazing out there. There's another, I guess, how many of you guys, are you guys going to, oh my goodness, on the next trip? Bosnia. Are any of you guys going to Bosnia with Brad? Yes. No, yeah, I'm not going to be going on this one. I was fortunate. I was able to join Brad on the England tour, but I'm not going to be going to this one coming up. Thank you, Rose. Oh, you've had mucus in the colon. Oh, interesting. I'm sorry to hear that. Sorry, was that a question? Do you think I should keep trying? Will I ever be able to consume honey? Let's look at the energy of that, Mona. Your system's kind of, there's a change here happening in your system for sure, because you have that tower. But you've got the 5 of Swords in reverse, and then you do have a 6 of Wands coming out. So I feel like your systems will start to change. Again, I mean, I'm not a doctor. I mean, I don't want to advise you to be eating something that you shouldn't. So definitely check with your practitioner. I'll leave that in your boat, but it looks like there is a shift in your body, in your immune system, and I feel like you're going to see lots of improvements. There does seem to be a positive outcome. I think there's just a lot of toxins, I feel like, that are being released right now as well, is what it looks like. So maybe it's something to revisit again. I will say I've been on my honey eating binge for maybe not too long, about a week, 2 weeks, but I've been eating it every day. No, more than a week. I would say a couple weeks now at least, because I just bought a new jar. But I'm noticing even in my skin's starting to get better, and I've been wanting to work on physically working out, going to the gym. So that's something I've struggled with, like having that energy to do. Now, I'm not sure if it's pertaining to the eating of honey or maybe regen, because I've been spending lots of time working with, Brad and regen downstairs as well. And I'm getting these surges of energy where I have been going to work out every single day. And it's like, I'm feeling great. Like things are really shifting, I feel like, within my body, and changes are happening. But Mona, I do feel like you do have a big shift that's happening. You're kind of in the midst of it right now. But it does look like things will start to kind of level out for you, for your health wise, or if you're having health or digestive issues as well. It looks like that will kind of clear up a bit for you. Rose, you were asking, do you mind looking into your son's school situation? Due to the health issues, he wasn't able to attend. Sure, we can take a look. What's going on? Okay, what's the energy? Rose's son school situation here. Let's see if it's going to resolve for you guys. I mean, he's coming up as the strength here. He's got that Leo energy. It's going to be, I feel like, a little bit of a struggle for him. I don't know in great context what that's pertaining to, but it does look like there's still going to be a bit of a shakeup for a little bit here. But the advice is just having him kind of go within. It's showing kind of that hermit mode is what he needs right now. I was just trying to, let me just reread that question again. My son's school due to a health issue. He wasn't able to attend. Okay. So yes, his body does need to kind of help just heal right now, but there is going to be some progress. I mean, the 8 of Wands is on the bottom of the deck. It's just going to take, it's a pretty big shift. That Tower moment, that's a major arcana, and that's coming out in the near future. So it feels like it's going to be a bit of a haul, but there is healing going on, because if we look at the present, the 5 of Cups is in reverse, and that's healing. That's like going within and healing. I feel like there's something, either there's like a decision or there's something Spirit's not saying here, because in this situation we have the 2 of Swords as well. So there's something that I feel like Spirit doesn't want to reveal, or this is part of him going through a certain transition here. It's all right, because it does feel like this is going to be something, it's going to be something that he'll be dealing with for a little bit, is what it does feel like with that Tower in the near future here. But there is self-healing going on that's happening in the present. There's lots of self-healing, and he's also he's Leo here. He's the strength. So he will have the strength to get through it. It just might be a little bit of a challenge, more or less. But there's also that victory in that hermit mode. So things are kind of happening and adjusting accordingly, and just have faith that things will level out here. Your digestion improved with chlorophyll drops on. Oh, okay, that's really nice. That's good to know as well. It's always nice to hear like what is helping other people as well, because there's so many natural remedies and other things out there that do assist and help out. I'm trying to think. I've been trying to, take some more natural supplements as well, and just eat better in general, right? I'm having a feeling with his health. Yeah, his health, I wonder if we can get a little bit more information for you there. I feel like you will see some improvements, but maybe it's in terms of he might not be going back to school yet. Oh, we have grace coming out of that. Magic. And acceptance. So acceptance and change, there's a lot of change, especially with that Tower moment. That's all about change. So there will be some improvements, but maybe in terms of him actually getting back into school, it'll be a little bit longer. I guess, school is also out in a couple months. I know out here they get out in June, the end of June, I believe. And then they'll go back again in the fall. So I think we'll go back this year is what it is. Okay. Yeah. All right. So let's take a look here. Like, were there, let me see, did I miss any more questions? I was going to take a quick, oh, let's see. Oh, hi, Lauren. Thank you for joining me on my first live. Can you please let me know how my husband's business is going to do over the next year or two? Sure. Let's take a look at your Lauren's husband's business. Interesting. It's going to be a bit of a slow, is this a new business? Because it looks like it's going to take some time to kind of propel. It's going through a bit of a transformation. I think there's some adjustments that he may have to make or is going to end up making. Because we have here, there's new introspections. The Hermit's coming up in the near future of that, and over the situation, we do have the Death card. That's a transition, a transformation of his business. So, over the next year, I do see it being like things will. I want to say things are going to start to pick up, but it's going to be a bit of a slow. Yeah, he's had it a few years, but it's going slow. There has to be. I feel like there's a new transformation coming, but there's a new with this Hermit in the future, like introspection, having him kind of go within and look within, because there's something, I don't know if it's in terms of the certain values, but we have in the advice card the Six of Pentacles. It could be him getting out there, maybe mingling more in the community, kind of doing maybe seminars or conferences. I'm not sure what kind of business it's been, or what kind of business he has going, but I do see it kind of a little bit slow, because right now in the present, we do have the Five of Pentacles, which is kind of that out in the cold energy, but it is going through a transformation. So let's look at, let me pull a couple more things for you here. Oh, I was looking for a specific deck that I don't see now. Oh, here we go. What advice do we have for Lauren? We have competition as well. So I'm not sure if there's lots of competition, but it does look like he's going, okay, there is a right direction here. So I feel like over the next year, there could be some kind of clarity that he comes into, some kind of help, because the other advice is the Star as well. So I feel like he's going in the right direction and following his passions. But they're, in terms of lining up, I feel like the right people, the stars aren't aligned yet. There's some things that kind of need to come to the surface and be resolved. I feel like it could just be maybe mainly towards him getting out there as well, getting himself more known. Yeah, movement. Oh, we've got a movement, choices, and decisions as well. So lots of maybe choices to make over the next year pertaining to the business. Maybe he's feeling maybe he's working too much. Rest and rejuvenate. Like look at that. Time for him to kind of step back. Maybe, where's that rest and rejuvenate card? It's kind of step back. Because sometimes when you withdraw and you reevaluate, that's when all these amazing things and new ideas start coming in on how to propel your business as well. So, it does look, I do see what you're saying in terms of it's a little bit slow right now. And I do see it maybe being a little bit slow for the next little while, but there's definitely a transformation in the situation with that Death card. So a transformation, and we have the right direction. So it's a positive overall for him. It's just kind of, and make sure you're not overspending. Make sure you're not overspending right now. What else is coming out there for him? I think he had the Strength card as well. So he will get through it with that strength. But it might just be a little bit slow moving up for the next little bit here. Oh, hello, Naran. All right, let's look at how does it look like okay, how is it? Oh, you're more than welcome, Lauren. Thank you so much. Okay, sorry. Hello, Naran. Okay, let's see. You're looking to see how does it look like a healing center for me to work with? Regen. Oh, you're interested in opening a regen center? All right, let's look at that, Naran. What's the energy of Naran opening a regen center? Yeah, I mean, it's looking pretty positive. You have that Three of Wands that's expanding as well. You also have the High Priestess and the Knight of Wands. So this is like something I feel like you are passionate about. There are some few hiccups here though, because we do have the Eight of Swords coming up and your energy of Seven of Swords as well. So I feel like sometimes getting it out there in the community as well. Maybe some people are just hesitant with certain technologies, so that could just be a little bit of or maybe finding a place to kind of set up as well. But overall, it looks like you have a positive. The near future was the King of Wands here, or sorry, the Knight of Wands. So that's like moving forward, that excitement. And you also have a big yes in terms of the Ace of Swords. So it does look like it would be a positive move for you, but it does seem like there could be some hiccups. I'm thinking in terms of it might just be a bit slow in terms of it could be a little bit slow in terms of getting some clients possibly. But again, just using that intuition, helping educate certain people as well. And I feel like you're very, very good at that. And I feel like people really love your aura. I know I've met you, Naran, in England, and you just have this beautiful aura and you're just so lovely and sweet. So I feel like people will be really drawn to you specifically, which is nice. And you get this, like, I feel like you'll get the word out. You do have a lot of positivity here. But that Eight of Swords, this could just be your belief systems as well. You're kind of like thinking maybe certain things may not line up for you. And oh yes, because you also have that Queen of Swords. You're kind of overthinking it a little bit is what it seems like. Rejects. All right. So you're welcome, Niran. I know we've gotten, I can't remember how many now, but I know Brad's got quite a few individuals that are in the process of setting up regen centers as well, which is so exciting. It's so lovely to see people so interested in this. And it's great. Like everyone that we've had that has come to experience it has had a really good feedback, really good experience. And it's funny because they'll leave and Brad and I are like, oh, we've got such sweet people. Like everyone's been so nice. Sometimes you have clients that, I mean, we don't always resonate with everyone. So, and that's okay. But everybody that has come by has said like so much in terms of like how much it really helps them. And even some people that are like, oh, maybe I didn't feel too much. They're like, I still really enjoyed it and still would be interested in coming back. And it's like, okay, interesting. And that's only like one out of, I think maybe one lady was just like, yeah, it was good, but she just had some more blockages. And when I go down there, I could feel the buzzing. I could feel it working on me. And some people are more sensitive to energies than others. So, yeah. But overall, it's really positive, and I'm really excited to see how many people are interested in setting up centers. Hopefully, in the next year here, maybe sooner, we'll be looking at getting a commercial property, and we would love to do like a cool cave-like theme and make that available to the public. But Hello, Sophie. Thank you for joining. Um, you recently got scammed for lots of money. Lawyers are trying to retrieve the money from the banks. I feel like life in every area has been so hard over the last few years. Will things improve? I'm sorry to hear your situation that you're going through, Sophie. Yeah, there's been a lot of things going on, and financially, I think a lot of things are going to change. Maybe we'll pull a few cards after just to see how the financial system's going to, what the energy of that currently is. But let's look into this for you, Sophie. What's the energy of what's the energy of things going for you over the next, let's look for the rest of 2024 for Sophie. Well, I feel like you're going to be still on guard. This is something I really want to kind of suggest working in like surrender to any triggers that are still coming up here. You do have, look at this. Right now, you are in a complete transformation, a shift. So you're certain things that are coming to close. It's like past doors are going to close and new doors are going to open for you. But it's just important because you're kind of, I feel like, still on guard with things that have happened. So it's important to kind of discern from that. Like go within your meditation. Anything that's still triggering you, work on surrendering to that. And I know Brad has tons of if you're a follower of Brad, on his channel, he has tons of teachings such as like the release ball method. But again, for myself personally, I really like dealing with cord cutting meditations. So if you have a certain situation that is, really bugging you, allow that cord to be really tight towards that situation. And then I like to personally chant Om into that cord. And when it's soft enough, you can go get, and I actually will physically take my hand and cut it when it's ready. And then you want to replace that with, sometimes I'll grab a bright new white cord from source of the universe and place that into your heart, because you have lots of new things coming for you with that Nine of Cups and that Page of Pentacles as well. But sometimes if we're on guard and we're not allowing certain things to come into our reality, we're blocking them. And I feel like you might end up blocking some opportunities that are coming to you because you've got a lot coming to you. Look at that. You have lots of new opportunities, lots of positive things coming, but don't let this past experience kind of make you jaded, I guess is what I'm getting. Don't allow something to occur again. Just see this as an experience and a learning lesson. And I know it's really difficult and hard when you're kind of caught in the middle of it and things just are hard and awful. It's really hard to just, yeah, I'm happy and my vibration's raised, right? So you want to really work and not push those feelings down, but really work to surrendering to them. And then you want to bring in the positive and reinforcement. And one really positive way, or I would say thing that helps, is bringing the gratitude in. So be grateful for what you have and see this as a learning experience and for you to grow and to take on all these new opportunities. So over the next year, kind of to recap for you, yes, I do see you getting clarity on certain things. I see you making progress, but I feel like subconsciously you kind of blocking some things a little bit. So just work on releasing any old belief systems that's no longer serving you, and then all these amazing doors are going to open for you. Okay. Oh, okay. Hi, Celeste. I just booked a tarot session, but accidentally put today's date instead of Friday. Okay, no problem. Actually, it's interesting because there's a little bit of confusion, and I guess I totally understand this as well. So so far, 99.9% of my tarot readings, I do them pre-recorded. Like client, you guys would email me or message me the question, and then I would put together a video and send it to you. And my goal is that I send it out within 24 to 48 hours when you book it on that date. So I think there's a bit of confusion in terms of, okay, well, I booked for Monday at 8:30. Are we meeting on a live? No, but if that's something you do prefer, do reach out to me and we can arrange that. That being said, I know we do have also Mondays. I think if I'll have to kind of reformat maybe my website a little bit, because Mondays would be the day to do kind of lives for me personally. Um, just because for the rest of the week, we do have people coming in for regen, and I've been kind of helping Brad with that as well on the side. So, other than that, I can send, if you guys are fine with having a pre-recorded video session regarding that tarot, you can book it anytime in the calendar, and I still usually try to get it out within 24 to 48 hours. But again, if you did want a live, I've been feeling more guided to try to do more live stuff and get myself more out there. So please do just message me if you book a session, like a tarot session, or even a distance healing, for example. Those are really, I mean, they're effective off camera as well, but it's really nice to be kind of present one-on-one for the distance healings as well. So again, just send me a message to say, hey, I'd like to do a personal like Zoom with you. Then we can arrange that for sure. And thank you so much, Celeste, for booking a tarot session. I appreciate it. And I appreciate all you guys for coming and joining me on my first live here. My heart goes out to you guys. Thank you so much. We will take one or two more questions, and I'll probably wrap it up here, where that hour has went super fast already. So we'll be doing maybe 10 more minutes. Let's see, was there anything else? You guys had. Thank you so much, Sophie. You only just subscribed. Oh, thank you. Yeah, my style of tarot is kind of changing all the time. There's certain spreads that I kind of usually go to, but at the same time, if it's like a love reading, for example, I find that my one normal spread I don't like for the love reading. So I'm kind of changing up my spreads a little bit here and there to see how the flow is. And it's a learning process. It's about learning different. There's so many different ways you can lay the cards out. Thank you, Celeste. And yeah, Celeste, if you did want a live, let me know. Just send me an email. We can go from there. Did anybody have any final messages or like any final questions? If not, I'm going to probably pull a tarot on. I'm curious more or less about the housing market. I'd love to hear your backstory video and how you reached your spiritual gifts. Oh, well, I guess I could kind of like go into that for a moment or two for a little bit here in terms of, for myself, like ever since I was really little, I've been really interested in the magic of the universe. I mean, I kind of grew up, my big passions were like watching I Dream a Genie and Bewitched. I really loved the magic of just the unknown and the mystical feeling of everything. So growing up, I felt really different. I was the only child. I had a little bit of kind of a toxic environment growing up in terms of my family life. And I would just go out. I would go for walks by myself in like the woods, in nature, and I would just connect with, I think, you just Mother Earth and the energy of the earth. And it was just this overwhelming sense of belonging when I was connecting to nature, for example. But as I kind of grew up, I mean, my stepdad, he was a bus driver, but he kind of built houses on the side. So I also had a big love for houses. I loved architecture, and that was kind of originally my dream when I was younger, is I wanted to get into architecture or something to do with real estate or homes. And that's where later in life I ended up getting into Feng Shui. But as time gone on, I started just getting a lot into, I met a Reiki master, and kind of got into Reiki and working with the energies, and I would start listening to frequencies. So, for any one of you guys that are out there, I mean, I'm sure a lot of you guys do a lot of spiritual work and inner work, but for me, what really propelled me was to listen to frequencies like the solfeggio frequencies. I would do this, I would go to sleep, and I would wake up in kind of that in between state where I would see geometric shapes floating above my head or above my bed, sorry. And just different like beings, for example. And it kind of was like, wow, there is really so much more than just our physical bodies. Like there's so much more to life than this is our only life here. And it kind of just like propelled me into kind of looking and trying new things. And at that point, I was really interested in like magic and herbs and oils and all that fun stuff. So it kind of went from there. But as I got older, certain belief systems kind of set in, and I kind of brushed those things away. And I mean, I got into a job, a finance job, which I had wonderful coworkers, wonderful things that, I mean, people that were supportive and great to work with, but I kind of felt dead inside. I didn't feel like I was pursuing something that I was really excited to do. And there was a series of events where spirit was trying to get my attention to push me in the right direction, but I kept ignoring it. And when you keep ignoring spirit, you just keep hitting brick walls, and certain things build up within you until it kind of bursts. So I was at that point where I just had this big burst, and I was like, something needs to change, because if you are doing the same thing all the time, but expect a different outcome. It just doesn't work like that. The universe responds to your vibration. So if you're vibrating from a place of lack, then you're just going to keep getting things that are of that vibration. So once I realized that, and trying to like work with the way you think and the way your actions are and the way you vibrate and the way you talk to yourself, because I talk down to myself all the time. I used to talk down to myself all the time. And getting out of that really propelled me into certain things. And I have to really say Brad as well has helped me so much through my spiritual growth as well. And I'm still learning. I'm still new. Like Brad's been doing this for a very long time. And I also like that instant gratification. I almost feel like I get a little emotional, but it's like I like that instant gratification as well. So for me, I have to kind of step back and reevaluate and just allow things to unfold naturally. But I've been into tarot for many years. I started collecting tarot decks. I don't know if you guys can see, but I have a whole thing of tarot decks here, and I would play around with them for myself. And I'm like, okay, these are like the real deal. These are accurate things that I've been predicting for myself, and things are coming out. Um, and I think one thing just kind of leads to another. And, if you're, again, with Feng Shui, I was really like set on doing Feng Shui, and I'm still doing it. But I feel like tarot is also so much more. It's something that really connects me more with people, where Feng Shui is quite in depth, and it can be a little complicated with the traditional Feng Shui. So I maybe are convoluted, I guess I can say. It's just very all over the place, and it's hard to explain that to people. And um, I started doing more Reiki and tarot. So I do offer Feng Shui services still. That's something I'm still passionate about, and I would love to talk to you guys more about that. Maybe we can do another episode for like a live Feng Shui one. Because if you are doing your inner work and you're doing all these things, but you're still hitting dead ends, or I don't want to say dead ends, but brick walls, sometimes it's the environment that's around you, right? So it's very important to evaluate all aspects of your life and where things are going. But um, I won't spend too much more time talking about that. It just one thing kind of led to another, and spirituality and my spiritual journey has been something that I've been interested since I could remember, maybe like 6 or 7, some very young. I was very interested in magic and stuff. And sometimes to this day, I'm like, man, I wonder where I would be if I would have actually followed through and pursued that back in the day. But again, it's all a part of the journey, and it's a part of learning experiences. And for myself, I had to go through certain things to learn them to get to where I am today. But I'm very grateful for all of you guys, and I'm very grateful for my experiences that I've had and where they've brought me. So yes. But okay, let's see, Naran, I did get 1 or 2 more questions, I think, that came in. So thank you, Mona, for asking me that. It means a lot that you guys are interested, and thank you. Much love and blessings to you. Mona. Yeah, I knew Brad for quite a while. I've known him for well, I'm sure some of you guys have been following him for many years, but I have kind of got in touch with Brad maybe like 6 years ago, somewhere around there. And I had a session from him and kind of did some side work with him as well. So we were kind of friends, or I guess acquaintances as well, back in the day. And we just really came together recently, and it's just in divine timing it happened, whereas before the timing just wasn't there. But yes, he's so inspirational, and he's so supportive, and he's amazing. Okay, so let's see, Naran. Yes, Salesh, I know you've been following Brad, or you've been in his circle there for quite a while. You're saying 10 years. That's amazing. Okay, Naran, you said, does the card say there's anything in the future for a second child? So your older daughter has 1 child, 2 years old, and she wants to have a second. What does the card say for a future second child? All right, Naran. Is there another child energy coming in for your daughter, Galen? Yes, I want to say yes. There is here. The Fool came up, and that could actually be a birth of a birth, and the near future is also the Judgment. This could be a birth as well. There's lots of cards and a victory. We have a 4 of Wands. We have so much stuff supporting. There could be a possibility for a grandchild on the way. If you're excited about that, it does look like a lot of energy is supporting that. Yeah, it's looking very positive for that. Oh my gosh, and look at this. I had this card sitting there, growth, but look at the little hand as well. Oh, I love it. So yeah, interesting synchronicity, but it looks very positive in terms of that, Naran. Yes, I know. My daughter is only 11, and I'm still excited for the day I get to be a grandma. I think the grandma stage is so much fun. You get to have fun and spoil them and then give them back when you're done, right? Gets to be the fun grandma. I love it. One thing I can mention too as well, Mona, I got interested in taking QHHT, and it's interesting because back in the day, I messaged Brad for a session before we were together. We were just kind of acquaintances at that point. And I'm like, I know I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing, but I don't know what it is I'm supposed to be doing. And he kept getting hypnosis for me. And it's interesting because I ended up taking Dolores Cannon's QHHT hypnotherapy, and it was amazing. I have to say, I truly love Dolores and her energy. I had a lot of fun taking her course. I have taken level 1, and then her daughter Julia does do level 2. But I will say I've done some really cool sessions. Some of them have been okay, like, they haven't been horrible or anything, but some of them have had really transformational healing happen, especially with my mom. I did a QHHT session on her. She was my very first client. And in the beginning, I'm like, okay, this didn't kind of go in my head as I thought because she didn't go to a past life. And with QHHT, kind of the process is you take the client through past lives and then through the death experience, and then you go to the subconscious where you can ask questions, do healings. It's like unlimited because the subconscious has all the memories, all everything that it's known pertaining to that soul, right? So for my mom, she stayed in this lifetime, which that's where her soul needed to go because there were certain traumas for us in this lifetime that we needed to work on. It wasn't necessarily me and her, it was her and her husband at the time. But there was some really incredible transformational healings that took place. And I'm like, wow, like this is incredible. And it just gives you that sense as well as like, this is what I want to do. Like you're able to help and heal and help people through any stagnancies to help them on that path, right? Hello. Hello, BJ. Thank you for joining. We are going to be just wrapping up here. So did you have any quick tarot questions that you wanted to ask before we wrapped up? Thank you for joining me. But if you guys are interested, again, this is my first one, but maybe I'll look at doing kind of some live sessions and do some tarot, or maybe next time. We didn't really get to do any healings. This hour has zoomed by so fast, but maybe next time we can work and do some healings together. For sure. What did you want to look at, BJ? Will your friendship with Marlon develop into a relationship together? All right. I don't like the way the screen is. It cuts half of the words off, so I might have to play around with it next time. For sure. Let's take a look. If your friendship is going to develop into, I'm guessing, a romantic relationship is your question? I feel like I'm not sure if this is you or that other person, but I feel like there's some healing that needs to be done right now because in that situation we have the Three of Swords, and I don't feel like they are ready for a relationship. I'm not sure if this is your energy or your friend's energy, but in terms of a romantic relationship right now, I don't see it happening, unfortunately. And the bottom of the deck is the Five of Pentacles. This is, the separation here. But I'm not actually getting that it's necessarily anything pertaining to you. I feel like there's some traumas happening, and they just need to be kind of resolved. It's kind of interesting. Sometimes if we go through certain traumatic events, sometimes spirit, like they put that red tape, that caution tape around us, like, no, this person is not available because they have certain things in healings. And so many of us like to jump and get into certain relationships just because we think that there's a void that we need to fill. And it just doesn't work like that. We really have to know that we are complete ourselves. It's not like finding someone else. Like, yes, there's soulmates and there's twin flames, and there is somebody that we can come together in this lifetime and share an abundant life with, but we have to know that we are whole on our own and we are complete on our own with or without that person. You are more than welcome. Thank you so much for joining me on this. This is my very first live, so thank you for joining me. He's studying his final year. Yeah, that makes sense. Like, because he's got in like this energy, the Seven of Cups. I feel like there's too much stuff going on, and I just don't feel like love is something, or like, I don't want to say love, but I feel like a relationship is just not on his priority because he's focused on his getting, like you said, his school or getting his career maybe going. So not to say never, just right now, I don't feel like this is a good time for him in terms of that. There's too much other stuff going on here. But thank you so much for joining me. I guess we're going to wrap up now because I still have some other sessions that I have to do today. So I wanted to thank you guys so much for joining me. It truly means a lot that you guys came through and hung out with me today. I wasn't sure kind of how the flow of this was going to work and play it out. So I can't thank you guys enough for all your love and your support in joining me. Um, and until next time, I guess we'll see you guys then. Okay. We'll maybe look at doing this every second Monday, and then getting together and we can work on some tarot or some healing or whatever topics you guys had. Okay. So much love and blessings to you guys. And if you guys are interested, my website is readingswithbreanne.com. I also just have like the little mini ones for like $11, which again, my sessions, again, to kind of go over, I put on there, for example, 45 minutes, but they're not usually 45. They usually go quite a bit longer than that. So I don't like to put a time on my sessions. I just let spirit go, and when it's done, it's done. Again, some of them may be a bit shorter, some of them are going to be significantly longer. But again, if you guys have any questions or need any clarifications, feel free to just send me an email. I'm more than happy to chat with you guys and help you guys out through anything. So lots of love and blessings to you guys. I hope you have a beautiful day wherever you guys are. And until next time, we'll talk soon. Okay. Bye for now. Bye, you guys. Thank you so much.